camera. Is there one tip you could share about being on camera, like in front of it, that someone can lean into after they've done this inner work, like to get their message across?
Wow. Well, there's lots of tips of being in front of the camera. And to me, I feel like, everyone's always looking for a technical tip in front of the camera. And my favorite tip to give really about being in front of the camera is to be yourself. It is, because your people that you're with, they want to be with you. And I think, to me, that is my favorite tip to share. They want to be with you. They will know when you're not being you, and they will see that faster than anything else. There, lights, camera, audio, all of that technical stuff is very important. You want to appear professional, and but you don't need fancy equipment. No one needs fancy equipment. We have great cameras on our phone. Our laptops have great cameras. You need to learn some basic tips about lighting and things like that. And all that's very important to have a good image and to appear professional. But like I said, my favorite tip really is you need to be you. But learning to be you and to be comfortable, it can be challenging.
Right. That's a great tip. And that's a great point. Like really becoming comfortable in our own skin is part of the work. And I know how to do a lot of that for myself. So I appreciate you sharing that. And I hope that lands with other women listening. Question, shifting gears slightly little. How can we bring more fun into something like speaking to make us feel less nervous when we are nervous in front of the camera?
Oh, yeah. So fun. Oh, I love fun.
I know you do. So I had to ask.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So, well, we definitely want to have fun. I mean, whether you're, a crazy extrovert or like to use your hands and be all over the place like me. Normally I'm standing when I do my show. I know you know that. But having fun with what you do, I think, is so important. If you're not enjoying what you do or what you're talking about, then why do it? So, but, I know not everything that we talk about and everything that we do is always fun, but we need to try to bring fun into and creativity into what we do as much as possible, because it helps us to bring more confidence and helps our bodies to feel good. And I think being able to do that is being comfortable with what you're doing, because if you're not prepared and you're not familiar with things, we can't have fun, because we're nervous and we're more focused on what we're doing instead of the why we're doing it and who we're doing it with. So I think it's important to be prepared and to know your stuff. So that you don't have to really, you get out of your head, so to speak. You know what I mean? You just get out of your head and you just enjoy yourself and the people that you're with, and you have a good time with whatever it is that you have to talk about that particular time.
I like that. I'm going to continue to have more fun. It's such a great reminder, because it does. That is one thing I've learned in the work that I do. It's like when we get out of our head, we're into our heart, we're into our body, and that funness, like it can propel things. And having some fun and playfulness raises our vibration and energy faster than almost anything. So I appreciate you sharing that. And people are, energy wise, are more attracted to us sometimes, or attracted to this work. Like if we were just sitting here talking in a very monotone, serious voice, I'm like, I wonder how long people would stay, right? We have to grab their attention right away. So thank you for sharing that. We've covered quite a few things today. Are there any last tips you might want to share, or something you want to offer before we begin to wrap up that I didn't ask, Lisa?
Well, I think if anyone is listening or watching and you're feeling just uncomfortable about, being on camera or sharing your voice and your message, I think really the important thing is to remember your message is so unique and important, because even if only one person only one person hears it and it makes a difference,
Mm,
that matters. And I think that that's what we sometimes forget, is that we're sharing something and it resonates with even one person, the impact and the ripple
mm.
effect that that can create can be so powerful. And we're doing it for the people listening. It's not so much for us, it really
Yeah.
is for them. And if you focus on that and the impact that you can create, that can be very powerful, a very powerful feeling, to know that you could have helped someone. So just thinking about that, can bring your courage up. And there's people like me and others out there that are here to help support you to learn how to do that.
No, that's great, Lisa. I appreciate it. That word impact, it keeps coming up. That's some of the work that I want to do. And you are making an impact on people's lives. A few episodes ago, Krista Resnick and I talked about boundaries and the web of impact.
Mm,
And we do impact people. And what you shared, it doesn't always have to be this big world stage. That one person that we
mm.
impact and the ripple effect is huge. So thank you for reminding us of that, Lisa.